Sype Square, what up? Brooklyn is a gangster, gangster. My nigga Jai's the gangster, gangster. My nigga T is a gangster. Sype Square, won't you come fuck with the gangster, gangsters. Brooklyn, we gangsters, gangsters. But not really the gangster for wanksters. I hate niggas and pranksters. Won't you come fuck with the gangsters? Common sense over emotion. Niggas ain't focused. This is medical grade crack. I'm just up in the doses. These niggas atrocious. Me, I'm more brutish. Put the lean to your track like your weave looking stupid. Foolish if you think I'm not built to be a movie.
Yeah, what up, what up, what up, what up? We here at the round table. I got my man Shout Out, aka Little Gangster in the building. And as I told you from the preview, we're gonna get inside the mind of a real G. This man right here just did 30 years. And right up the top, Gangster, I took a polling with a lot of my people to try to get some insight and some questions that they like to get answered, right? And just right up the top, I want to know, how was it during the 30 years, right? What did you do to get through the 30 years?
I did a lot, man. First thing I did was, you know,
matter of fact, hold on, right. But take me from the day one going in for the people who never even did a day, what that experience is like, and then take us on.
Well, what happened is I've been locked up on Rikers Island quite a few times as a juvie. But as I came up and caught the bid at the age of 17 and coming through, you know, the system, it was like, you know, I had a lot of crimes and everything on the island and everything, but that didn't mean anything. It was a matter of what you knew, not who you knew and what and where you was from. And that was the mindset that I came with, but I learned throughout the course of going through there that you had to know something to be about something. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no you come through and my crime here, or my brother here, or my brother made a name for himself, or none of that. It was none of that. You had to get down on the get down down.
Yeah, you was the only one on your ID card.
Exactly.
So what was that experience like? I mean, for being shackled on the bus and then leaving the island, kind of where your people could come in and see you all the time, to really getting up north, far away from the people, and then, like, what did you do mentally to prepare yourself, knowing that, damn, you know, I got to do a gang of time, that you just didn't fall apart?
Well, from being out here in the streets, man, I was always about, you know, getting it, doing what I do, staying on top, and failure not being the option. So going behind them walls and being in a different environment, you know, I was like I was in a jungle. I had no choice but to do what I do and continue uphold what I am. You know what I'm saying? The type of person I am. So, you know, when I came through there, dudes was waiting for me, because out in the streets, you know, I was a stick-up kid. I was sticking a lot of people. You know, so when I came through, a lot of people got word before I came through that I was coming through, but I was wanted. You know what I mean? So when I came through, guys was in the cut, you know what I'm saying, waiting for me to come through. And actually, when I went up into one of the houses, which was 4 Upper, that's when they tried me. You know what I mean? And at the time, I was shot up. You know, I got shot at 16. I had 3 major operations, you know what I'm saying? Dum-dums exploded in my intestines and everything. So I had staples inside my stomach when I got on the island. You know what I mean? I still had a wound in the back of an inch from my spinal cord, and I still had a wound in my stomach that I had to heal on my own with the medicine they was giving me. You know what I mean?
And you still had to get busy and
hold
yourself down?
That didn't mean nothing. I was weighing like 70 pounds at the time. At the time before I got shot, I was weighing 114. But when I got shot and went on the island, I was weighing like 70-something pounds. And that didn't mean nothing. And plus, not only that, a lot of them didn't know. Because we come from the era where, you never let your enemy know when you're wounded. You dig what I'm saying? So they didn't know I was wounded because I didn't advertise it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So the day-to-day things, and that's on the island, like the battlefield.
Right.
You know, a lot of people call it gladiator school and that.
Right.
So take me through when you got up north, because my whole thing is, man, you know, is to get into the mindset of how you really did, because now you back out here, and we're gonna get into even how you reacclimated yourself.
Right.
But I'm talking about, take me through, and for the listeners and for the viewers, that day-to-day struggle. What was that like psychologically? Because you had to be mentally, spiritually, as well as physically strong. Okay. And what did you do to prepare yourself for doing this? Like, because you got sentenced and you got what you got a court or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you knowing you had to do this,
Right.
and then they got appeal process and all that shit.
Right.
How you prepared yourself to be saying, damn, I got to go up here and I got to do this time, knowing all of the shit that you was involved with, all of the bandits and enemies and shit that you had.
Right. Keeping it real though, homie, as always, that didn't really affect me. Getting hit with the 25 years, yeah, it was a reality that I got hit, but far as getting caught up and zoning out and it's like, damn, I got 25 to do, serious. My motivation was to just get in the law library and get this time up off me. You see what I'm saying? It didn't really affect me to where I was honestly stressed out because I was caught up in so much stuff. No dudes trying to get at me. I'm still trying to hold it down, doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers hating. You know what I mean? It was all types of things that was on my mind. So what I did was, you know, I got into the mindset of, yo, I got to do time. I got 25 to life. I can either do the time wisely or I could do the time stupid. You know what I'm saying? And when I say wisely is, well, stay focused, keep my faculties, do what I got to do, get in this law library, go to school. You know what I'm saying? Get all this information I could get. You know what I'm saying? And keep in mind that the reality of me was that one day I was going to get back in the streets. I felt that I didn't feel in my heart that I was going to die in prison no matter what. So that kept me focused too, that one day I was going to be back out on these streets and, you know, I'm going to be doing the things that I want to do. You know what I mean? And the things that's needed to be done. So, you know, that's what kept my mindset strong, man. I was just, like I said, I never really got caught up into stressed out. Like, a lot of people used to even ask me when they come through, like, damn, homie, you got 25? How you do that? I ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
What do you mean how I'm going to do that?
Yeah, you going to do it. You got to do the time.
You got to do the time. Don't let the time do you. You know what I'm saying?
So what were some of the things you did in behind the wall in that time? Because I heard you say get your mind right, get information.
Right, all right.
Where were the places that you got it? Because remember, the viewers never been there. Right. So take us through where you got information from. How did you put information into the computer and stuff like that?
All right. Well, how I put information into the computer was I left Rikers Island. I was like, Elmira. I was like 20 years old. You know, I wanted to go to Green Haven because my brother was in Green Haven. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, you had to be 21 and better to go to Green Haven. So I couldn't get to Green Haven. So I went to Eastern Nat. When I got down to Nat, the old timers, you know, some of them snatched me up and some of them was like lions or whatever you want to call it in a cut, trying to wait for a week, prey to come through. You know what I'm saying? To take advantage of them. But some of them also was interested in still in that, like, yo, you show young blood some love and make sure young blood is all right. You see what I'm saying? So one of the brothers, old timer named Trevor from out of Harlem, he snatched me up into the JC doing the click thing. I started. He started me off.
What's a click? Remember
taking pictures of family members, visitors, and prisoners in prison.
Did you get many visits and shit while you was on the bed? Did people hold you down?
Nah. Actually, in 80, well, let me back up. In 80, from 86 to 84, my immediate family was
94.
hard body.
Okay.
To 86 was hard body. You know what I'm saying? After 86, that was it. Nobody came through. My mom's, nobody. Not, you know, it was a harsh feeling on my mother because me, my brother, and my baby brother caught a life sentence. You see what I'm saying? So that really broke her a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could imagine.
That they had all three of her babies caught up in captivity. You know what I mean? With a life sentence, you know?
Okay, we're going to jump forward and then we're going to touch back to that.
All right.
You coming back out here, right? And the whole reacclimation period and you readjusting to being back out here. What was that like for you? Because, man, they got phones that you could talk to and the shit FaceTime and all that shit. What was that like for you day one hitting the bricks?
Well, that was crazy because I remember getting a Metro card and taking the Metro card and putting it in the machine, thinking I'm gonna get some change back.
So when you left, they had tokens with the wire in it.
Tokens, yeah, you know. So I'm like, what the hell? And not only that, when I got released out of prison, my brother had a cell phone in my property. With the clothes that I was going home with. So I got this cell phone, but they meet me up over there by Grand Central Station. So I got this cell phone and I'm like, what the hell is this? So I went and used the payphone. I had some corner, word to mother. I went and used the payphone. So my brother was like, yo, what are you doing calling me off the payphone with a phone? I left you. I said, man, I don't know how to use this damn thing, man. He's like, yeah, all right, I got you, man. You know what I mean? But it was a hell of an experience. The ride alone, getting on that bus coming back, and you know the signs, welcome to Brooklyn and all that. That was a reality for me. Like, damn, this thing is real. These people really released you, man, back out to society.
I noticed you don't be cursing.
Nah.
Where did that come from?
Well, when I was into the 5% Nation of Islam, I used to every year dedicate myself to not doing things that was going to cause me to act other than myself. So it was stopping cursing, using foul language and stuff like that. Just anything that I felt that was going to cause me to be other than who I say I am, a righteous teacher, I decided to annihilate from my vocabulary.
That's gangster. So now, let's jump into some politics and the political climate. How you feel about all of the killings and shit with the police and shit like that, and just how off the hook these kids are? How does that affect you?
It affects me a lot because at the end of the day, it's like there's no principles and morals with these people, with these youngsters and stuff like that. Like back in the days, I see your moms or you see my moms. You could be drinking a beer and your mother walk through and you'll suit up and throw that beer behind your back and say, how you doing, Miss Such and Such? You need help with them bags? And as soon as she say yeah and blink, you taking that bag, you taking that beer and you looking for a door to hide it or a car wheel to hide the beer so you could go help her. Nowadays, they using mothers, babies and everything as shields, disrespecting them, know what I'm saying? Police is going crazy. You know, you got people out here like me, keeping it real, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who to trust. Police is disrespecting people. They ain't being as professional as they supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's a lot going on in the streets. It's like it's the survival of the fitness.
Ghetto celebrity. Who roll with brave women? Keep the way he got the way spinning. Like a carousel talking a big deal. Too much time to take up. Almost sprayed the Jacob at will and off the kill.